Longtime fans of the show should be familiar with the lender formerly known as Sue Pullen, and I'm pleased to announce that she's back, fresh off a rebrand and ready to help as Sue Mackey. Sue is a certified mortgage advisor at Fairway Independent Mortgage, an equal housing lender who focuses on finding the right product for you and your needs. She has over 20 years of experience helping thousands of homeowners. Whether it's purchasing, refinancing, or even a reverse mortgage, Sue will help. Sue's licensed in 36 states now, so reach out and let Sue Mackey it happen for you. The best way to reach her is just give her a call at 520-977-7904 or in an email, spullen@fairwaymc.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage has an MLS number of 2289. Sue Mackey has an MLS number of 206048. That email again, spullen@fairwaymc.com, and that phone number is 520-977-7904. Shoot Sue an email and let her know she needs to update that address.
You are listening to an entertainment program put together by a company called Financial Ineptitude. Anything said on this show is not an endorsement or professional advice. Would you really want to tell a court of law you were suing us because you thought taking financial advice from two idiots on a podcast put out by Financial Ineptitude was a good idea? Really? Clown hat smiley face.
Hello and welcome to the China Shop. I'm Shopkeeper Dan. With me, as always, is the wondrous and amazing Kyle, creator of financialineptitude.com. Kyle, how are you doing today?
Those are the compliments that I deserve. That's what I like to hear.
I should slow him down, right? I don't want to.
Don't want my head to get too big.
Well, I don't want to lose the value of a good compliment, right?
Oh, that's another good. Yeah, you can't hand them out too freely.
Yeah, you got to be emotionally withholding, and then it makes that one "I love you" really sink in.
Yeah, I've only ever said it once.
And that was to my stockbroker.
No. It was when the Coyotes went to the Western Conference Finals.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Mike Smith.
Fucking love you, Mike Smith. God, I can't believe I said that. Oh, come on to the shop with us today. Sit back, relax, hedge against the rage machine. We'd like to welcome any new listeners just joining us. We're here smashing our way through a complete set of fine china, sharing those ever-growing strategies for trying to maximize gains and cut losses. If you are new to the shop and stock trading in general, you can always check out our knowledge and resource centers over on financialineptitude.com, or you can give one of our many beginner trading episodes a listen. We'll have all those links in the episode description, but the best place to be, head on over to our Discord server. Check it out. We get on there just about every damn day. Really awesome place to be. Totally free. No special paid tiers or access areas that you can't get behind because you just a freebie you join. Fuck that shite. Get on our free server. And when you join, go ahead and shoot Kyle a DM or an email with your home mailing address, and we'll go ahead. We'll just send you some smash it yourself swag straight from the China Shop.
Actually,
we're just that glad you're here.
Doesn't even have to be your home mailing address. Just needs to be a physical mailbox.
A fucking P.O. box. Yeah, have it mailed to your work. We don't care. It's just great that you're all here. It's a really wonderful time with friends. And speaking of friends, Kyle, we got any show news report? Any new friends to the shop coming by soon?
Oh, yeah. We got Monday, Polly Walnuts. His first ever podcast appearance is coming out.
Oh, fuck.
Let me ask you this, Dan. Did you know that he's a fan of The Sopranos?
Polly Walnuts?
Yeah.
No. The Sopranos, you say?
Yeah. That's what I learned. Oh, he's also British. That was also unexpected.
Oh, yeah. Jeez, I would have lost that quiz.
Right.
One of these is true.
Oh God, some of the euphemisms he was using during that recording is just. I heard my wife laughing in the background. She's going through it.
I'm assuming it wasn't Jamook or Jabroni.
No. It was, I can't even recreate it.
Okay. Well, yeah. We'll listen to Paulie himself.
Oh yeah, that comes out Monday. The week after that, we got Sean O'Malley, chief editor and writer for We Study Markets at the Investors Podcast Network. We're recording that one on Sunday. And I got to give an apology out to anyone who's looking for a midweek episode this week. We ended up having to use that slot to record episode 3 of The Optional Experience with Eric and Penny Lane Blaine. That should be coming out at the end of the month.
All right. Fantastic. Yes,
sir.
Sounds fucking great. But until those shows, we've got a show today that we're doing for you. And let me tell you, it is silvery, swift, and serene. Lots of market moving news, plenty of stocks on the radar, and brighter futures than SpaceX's Bitcoin wallet.
Oh, how'd you know I pulled that story?
Because I pulled it and I couldn't post it because you already did.
Yeah, early bird gets the worm.
I had to find a better story, which I did.
Yes, that's what happens when you get up 30 minutes before recording.
Yeah.
Get the pick of the stories.
Oh, yeah, right. And reach out to us, folks. We love your messages and comments on Twitter and Facebook, especially on our Discord. We'll have the link to that in the episode description. If you're old school, you can send us an email to twobulls@financialineptitude.com. That's the number 2, BULLS, at financialineptitude.com. Maybe you got a hot stock tip. Maybe you want to tell us about a great trade you just made, or maybe you're constantly throwing amazing parties in an effort to steal your neighbor's wife, but it's her annoying male cousin from the Midwest who keeps showing up instead. We just love it when you reach out.
What was last week's?
Last week, you're a scientist studying a captured hairless ape when the ape reveals it can speak fluently and claims it's really a traveler from a far-off world, and then it escapes to lead a hairless ape uprising.
So
hairless ape rebellion.
Which version are we talking about here? It's got to
Version
be
of
the
what?
Charlton Heston version, right? No, wait, you're doing Battlefield Earth, aren't you?
Oh, well, I don't know, Kyle. Put one in. We'll see.
I'm going Battlefield Earth.
Planet of the Apes. I was giving you a softball right down the middle, and you're like, it's going to curve. It's going to curve.
Well, you did that with Jaws. That would have been a pretty good. That was a pretty good description of Planet
of the Apes from the Apes.
Battlefield Earth.
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good description. Except he wasn't a space traveler.
He wasn't claiming he was a traveler from a far-off world, but he did escape to lead a rebellion.
He did escape. Yeah.
This technically, I was doing the Planet of the Apes musical from The Simpsons. Oh, I can talk. He could talk. I can sing. Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas. Dr. Zayas.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I think it's time to talk about the bad results.
Yeah, I guess we can talk about that.
Yeah, we did good.
We did. We went short Triple M. It opened Monday at 104.16. Hit our first take profit at $100 on Friday, and end up closing at $100.01. Wow! So we really didn't need that take profit, I guess. Our total goes from 472.14 last week to $490.99, and that's the problem with having a small budget and $100 stocks.
Yeah.
Random, that Riley little bastard, went with Cisco, CSCO, opened the week at 53.80, and it sold off pretty much throughout the whole week up until Wednesday, before it gapped up on earnings.
Mm-hmm.
Closed at 54.04, so Random is now sitting at $502.72.
Motherfucker.
It's all right. I got an earnings one. Play this game with him too.
Yeah, you want to get sucked into Random's little games and schemes?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. All right. Can we see what Random picks first?
Yeah, let's do that.
Like, do we need a home run stretch, or can we just let Random shoot itself in the foot?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we'll have to find out.
Find out at the end of the episode. But until then, should we talk about some news?
Sure.
Dow drops deep on moving inflation, COVID frustration, war damnation. We're just bringing you the fucking news. You gotta recognize the game if you don't wanna lose. We're just two bulls trading information.
Yeah, we are.
Rioters raiding, insider trading, taxes are raising, bills on the hill. We got a crypto mill. No, they ain't growing weed. When the Fed speaks today, it's some shit we don't need.
Sing it, Dan.
Two bulls trading information.
What?
Two bulls trading information.
I'm inclined to agree.
Two bulls trading information.
That is accurate. Very accurate. Whatever, Dan. I'll give you your choice. Should we start with Evergrande or Michael Burry?
Evergrande.
Evergrande. Oh,
let's retread that trodden path.
Yeah. When did we start talking about that? Back in like 2021, 22?
When they first, yeah, it's been a while, but then when they
A few
first had
years.
their fucking property crash.
Yeah, well, they had just filed for Chapter 15 bankruptcy protection.
Ooh, is that different than
Yeah.
11?
It's basically just a vehicle or a way for foreign companies to be able to use U.S. bankruptcy law to restructure their debt. That's kind
Wait,
of the yeah
so a Chinese company is using
U.S.
U.S.
bankruptcy law.
bankruptcy laws to
Yep.
restructure its debt in China?
I'm assuming it's probably not just China that they owe.
American debt?
Yeah, I mean they have $19 billion worth of offshore debt, so that's not even counting what they owe China.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there's a
Okay.
lot of debt in here, a lot. And then not only that, but what was kind of buried in here was there's another company called Country Garden. They employ about 300,000 people, and they have missed two payments on their multi-billion-dollar debt. And they said that they are considering, quote, various debt management measures.
Hmm.
So yeah,
Wow.
that company is now being seen as a very high risk asset, according to Moody's. They have until early September to make the payments that they have already missed.
Damn. Billions of dollars in real estate, like mortgage payments?
I'm not. I mean, probably to builders and lenders, whoever is like funding because they were the ones that were selling homes before they built them.
Okay, yeah. So they're real
Yeah,
estate developers.
yeah, and then they couldn't get enough cash up when they had $300 billion worth of liabilities. That was back in like December of 21, so who knows what it's at now. But they ended up having to suspend a whole shitload of their projects, so a lot of those pre-sale buyers were left with no home and still paying a mortgage, which that was the story I think
Fucking
you covered.
right,
Yeah,
right. It's
yeah.
like really some bullshit.
So
Really some real bullshit.
yeah, well, I mean, that's guess what happens when you embrace capitalism in a communist country.
No, you know what? I was on little off track, but now we say that like I was just reading reviews of a certain solar company because we just bought some solar,
hmm
and they were like several were like I got in this lease, but they never came out and put solar on my roof.
Oh shit!
So I'm leasing panels. It's been 8 months now, and I'm now paying my electric bill and my solar lease, and I don't have solar panels. And I'm like, wow,
How do you have
how
to
do you
end up
do?
paying that? How does that? That
I
should not
wouldn't
work.
pay it.
I wouldn't have paid it either. Come get
Yeah,
it.
just like this Chinese mortgage, guys,
Yeah,
don't pay.
yeah,
Maybe that's why Country Garden's in trouble.
yeah.
We gave
Well,
mortgages to all these
yeah,
people and didn't buy their homes, and now they're not paying us. We can't do the loans.
yeah, yeah. We're gonna have to foreclose on these people.
God, that's awful.
I'm sure they would love that.
Oh, Country Gardens, what are you doing?
Yeah. So
Sounds
things
like
in
a salad
China.
dressing.
I mean, things look like they're gonna get worse before they get better.
Country Garden Ranch dressing.
I know, right? Old time country garden housing.
I prefer my Evergrande barbecue sauce.
Evergrande.
Evergrande. Anyway.
Evergrande baby back ribs.
Kyle, are you aware of what's happening to bond yields right now?
Is it something to do with being inverted?
Well, I mean, inverted if you're expecting bond yields to go down.
I mean, at some point, right? Hopefully.
They're continuing to go up, and many analysts, including from Bank of America, lady or man, it could be French, Jean or Jean, former Bank of Canada official, now heads BlackRock Investment. Everybody's saying we're coming back to the 5% world, where 5% is going to be the new normal,
Okay.
if not higher.
That's the old normal.
Yeah, we're going back to the old normal.
It's still higher than the old normal, or lower than the old normal. I mean, like
Yeah,
5% was a great like mortgage interest rate back
yeah,
in the
yeah.
day.
That's right. That's right.
Hmm.
So, yeah, to quote Jean Boivin, there's a remarkable repricing higher in longer term rates. The market is coming more into the view that there's going to be long-term inflation pressures despite recent progress. Macro uncertainty is going to remain the story for the next few years, and that requires greater compensation to own long-dated bonds.
Macro uncertainty. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's whatever it means. It's transitory, Kyle.
I don't get it. It's uncertain. Okay. All right. So, what do we do with that?
Well, it looks like it's going to weigh supposedly it's going to weigh on the consumer spending and home sales that we've been seeing, especially probably mean less money to tech stocks.
Actually, you mentioned the home sales thing. I think the Home Depot earnings came out not too long ago, and the whatever they reported did not look good for continued strength in the housing market.
Yeah, well, it's just so like you look at interest rates right now for what
Hmm.
people can afford. It's they're higher than they've ever been.
You know what
How
was
can
really interesting though?
what's that?
When I was talking to Barry about this, like waiting for interest rates to come down, and he made the
Mhm.
point like, well, why? Like if you buy when you find the house that you want, even if interest rates are high, like there's less competition because nobody else wants to go buy during those high interest rates. Once they start coming down, then everybody starts coming out looking to buy who's been waiting, and now you got a lot more competition. So yeah, maybe you save a percentage point or two on your loan, but you're still paying a higher price because more
Because the
buyers equals.
auction competition.
Yep.
Well, I know we pulled the trigger because we needed the house, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
We actually offered a couple grand over list because the first three ones we found that we liked all already had an offer.
Yep. Like
Uh,
you have to, yeah, if you want a house,
so
you still got to give
it
everything. Yeah.
it really can drive it up. But the problem, right, is that interest rate gets high enough to where people can't afford
Right. Right.
to move out of the house they're in.
Yeah.
They get housing stuck. Like
Yep.
we were just renting.
No, no, that's if you can afford it, I guess is the key to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you can afford it, don't wait. But the problem is like
I guess it's
I
just a
know
consideration, right?
I know the mortgage we're paying now on a 1-story 3-bedroom is going to be about $200 a month more than she used to pay on a 2-story 1,000 square foot more house.
Hmm.
The mortgage is yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
two. She used to pay $200 a month less for almost twice the house.
Right. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, fucking a. And now China, like, I mean, their real estate. Are we seeing like a replay of what we did in 2008, 2009? Like,
Um,
what's at the bottom of this?
if it is, then be ready to buy because there were some screaming good deals in
That's true.
2009.
That's true.
Well, speaking of betting on things going down, that was my other story. Michael Burry's back in the news again.
Oh boy, what's he talking
Yeah,
about?
he, according to a 13F filing, his fund Scion Asset Management made a huge bet that stocks would be crashing.
Mm-hmm.
He bought put options valued at 738.8 million on the Nasdaq triple Qs and 886.5 million in SPY puts. What it doesn't say is how they're actually, because I think there's some confusion over like how they're reporting the value of the puts. Like, yeah, if that's the notational value of the underlying shares, he didn't pay that 886 million
Oh,
for it. That's just the
that's
value that the shares represent that he
totally
purchased
ignoring.
contracts on.
Yeah, totally ignoring the concept of an option.
Right, but it's either way, it's still a pretty huge short bet.
Yeah.
Uh, the last time he came out of the woodworks and told everyone to sell was in January. That was when the triple Q was valued at $264 a share, roughly. When he by March, when he said he was wrong, that was when this Qs were trading at 366.
Yeah.
The moral of the story is, if you're going to call tops, just keep doing it consistently, and eventually you'll be right.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, so my story kind of goes right along with that markets are hit by a perfect storm, surging rates, worsening economic data in China, poor summer liquidity, and a buyer's strike.
Mm-hmm.
Says Barclays is the head of European equity strategy. This came out Friday morning, right?
Okay.
It's all doom and gloom. China closed in bear market territory. The Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index is down 21% from its January highs. Doom and gloom, doom and gloom. But what did we see Friday,
A
Kyle, as
lot
traders?
of buyers
We
and they're
saw
at that
it
low.
sell down into a key level, and buyers fucking came out of everywhere and undid all the selling
From today. There's
from
still a
today.
lot more to undo.
From today.
But
There's still a
yes.
lot more to undo. but it was a key area and buyers came out in it. So I wouldn't count the run out. You can't count it out yet because they showed up right where you'd expect them to if you're looking at that weekly chart.
No, and if you're looking at a weekly, there's still even more room. It could drop.
There's still
be a
more
healthy
room for a
pullback.
healthy pullback.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Personally, I'm not ready to follow him with my money.
Oh, fuck no.
It's gotta break a bigger thing for me to be like spot puts.
No.
And I'm shameless. I don't give a fuck up or down. I want to make money.
Right.
I'm in this for the money, Kyle, not the prestige.
I think we all are, right?
Yes, the prestige. Everybody loves the
Look,
day
if you
trader.
get enough money, you can buy prestige.
That's right. I own this restaurant.
All right. Anything else before we move on to stock news?
No. I think that's all I got.
Or should we advertise a little bit?
Ooh, my favorite.
It really. Why do you get so excited?
Because that's what the advertisers are expecting, right?
Oh, okay.
Am I supposed to be like, fucking hell, capitalism? We got to sell some stupid ads.
I'm
All right,
sorry.
everybody, plug your damn ears.
I didn't realize you were acting. That's my fault.
I never fake it with you, baby.
Longtime fans of the show should be familiar with the lender formerly known as Sue Pullen, and I'm pleased to announce that she's back, fresh off a rebrand and ready to help as Sue Mackey. Sue is a certified mortgage advisor at Fairway Independent Mortgage, an equal housing lender who focuses on finding the right product for you and your needs. She has over 20 years of experience helping thousands of homeowners. Whether it's purchasing, refinancing, or even a reverse mortgage, Sue will help. Sue's licensed in 36 states now, so reach out and let Sue Mackey it happen for you. The best way to reach her is just give her a call at 520-977-7904 or in an email, spullen@fairwaymc.com. Fairway Independent Mortgage has an MLS number of 2289. Sue Mackey has an MLS number of 206048. That email again, spullen@fairwaymc.com, and that phone number is 520-977-7904. Shoot Sue an email and let her know she needs to update that address.
All right, Dan. How did those do? That state you?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whew. I need a minute.
All
I'm
right,
all worked up now.
Grab a cigarette while we play stock time.
Yeah. I'm all worked up. Whew. Stock time.
Now it's talk about stocks time. Looking for setups, it's still not advice. Big moves, fresh news and earnings. All that we're saying, it's still not advice. Stock time.
Please don't sue us.
All right. What are your big stock stories, Kyle?
I got a couple of them. Why don't we start with Intel? Intel made news after scrapping a $5.4 billion semiconductor deal.
Ooh.
And
What
the stock went up.
What?
Yeah. So apparently people didn't like this deal. Not only that, it was it was an Israeli group, Israeli-based Tower Semiconductor. They canceled it, saying that they're having difficulty obtaining approval from regulators. China, I think, was the big one that was yet to sign off on the transaction. Surprise, surprise. China doesn't want Intel making semiconductors when they want to be able to buy them.
Yeah.
Like, we can't have them. You can't have them. They will be paying a $353 million breakup fee in order to terminate the deal, but hasn't been a whole lot to come out yet on it, other than just the fact that China seems to be the one that's been slowing this down. Intel has been, I guess, maybe they kind of had an idea that this thing wasn't going to get approved, so they have been investing a lot in production facilities in Germany and Poland, since the EU gives a lot of good subsidies. So maybe this is good for Intel.
Yeah. Damn.
Or maybe it was just whenever we saw companies like merging, like the bigger acquiring one always seemed to take a bit of a hit.
Yes.
So maybe it's just unwinding of that. Yeah.
Oftentimes, they, which for whatever reason,
Mm-hmm.
people that don't like the deal, like, I'm out.
Well, a lot of times they're paying a premium to acquire these other companies. Like the Microsoft acquisition of Activision was, I think it was trading at like in the 60s, and they offered 95 a share. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess you gotta spend money to make money, right?
That's what I've often been told. But I've
Just
never had enough money to spend to make.
I've been spending a lot of money, and I think you got to make money to make money.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got for us?
Apparently, these crazy union contracts in American auto workers are set to expire on September 14th. Yeah. So apparently, Berkshire Hathaway, good old Warren Buffett, sold half of its stake in General Motors
Oh,
leading up to this.
ooh, okay.
Yeah, well, he didn't say why. It's expected this is going to be challenging, contentious contract talks. The new team of the union leadership has already come out and said that these talks are going to be a defining moment.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
They're gonna put Ford out of business.
Ford, GM, Stellantis, all employ people that are part of the United Auto Workers Union.
Well, it looks like Ford is gearing up for that, because that's the story that I had. They're making preps for getting their salaried workers, including their engineers, to be able to start taking over the blue collar jobs when the strike does happen.
Ah, okay. So
And that's
they're already at that point.
Yeah, and that's not abnormal. I remember when I was in Alcoa, that was one of the things that we were like ready to go do if there was a labor strike. They were going to send us to some of the other plants and run the production equipment so they can keep working, like using the
Oh well.
salary people. But the fact that they're prepping for it is a sign that yeah, there's this negotiation could be quite contentious.
Now, this might sound pretty ignorant because I never actually got to work in a union field.
Hmm.
I was a truck driver, but in Arizona at the time, there was no union in Tucson for truck drivers at Coca-Cola. And I lost that. I never got that hotel job in San Francisco that was part of the union. Is it possible to just have all salaried workers?
I don't think so. No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
not at all.
Not at all. All right.
You can fire all your hourly employees and then try to let the salary do it, but no, I don't think that's gonna.
You can't have, instead of hourly employees, you can't have them on a salary.
I don't think it. I don't know, because they have the labor union creates the agreement between management and the employees, so they would be violating something. It got to be right.
Yeah.
Otherwise, that would have happened. I mean, you can grab your salary guys and stick them in those spots to fill in, but guarantee you they're not going to stick around very long if you're making them do that for months on end.
Oh,
And
no. I meant like, can we just hire workers instead of having them be union? Just be like, no, we're going to make you a salary worker.
Yeah,
Give you full salary benefit.
I think they can do that with like certain positions,
Mm.
but not necessarily. I don't think they can do that with the whole workforce. No,
Weird.
but I don't. Yeah,
Just
no.
as weird as my both pro-union and anti-union stance. I'm like, it depends on the context.
Well, yeah. Are we talking about the mafia?
Right. Like, are we talking about a fucking union that has more power than the company? Or are we talking about a union that's standing up for powerless workers? Like,
Right. Yeah. On the one hand,
they're not all created the equal.
No, there's not. There's definitely a need and a time and place, but then there's also like companies that get put out of business because the workers demand too much. Yeah.
There's abuse. Hey, that union contract in California, like that job paid more, but I also would have had to pay union dues. I don't know what they were, but that was, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if that was actually the best job for me. I'll never know.
Yep.
I ended up getting a job at a non-union bed and breakfast that paid really well. Not as much as the union job, though. It was like, union job paid like $6 an hour more.
Wonder how much they're paying now.
Right?
Don't look.
I'm not going to look. And you know what? Fuck that hotel. Like, they wanted me to come do night audit and told me I couldn't use their parking garage. I'm like, well, then how the fuck am I?
Yeah, that's for salary.
You want me to? Yeah, you want me to come ride the subway down here at 11 o'clock at night every night? Like, are you serious?
Right. Oh God. Yeah. Fuck that.
No.
All right. Anything else in stock news?
Yeah, I got a couple different things to talk about.
What else you got?
Yeah, speaking of the Bay Area, the first one, they recently allowed driverless vehicles to start testing. We had a robo-taxi with a
Been doing that,
passenger.
haven't they?
They have for a little bit now.
Yeah.
They had a robo-taxi with somebody in it get hit by a fire truck, and somebody got hurt.
They got hit by the fire truck?
The taxi got hit by the fire truck.
All these self-driving car crashes. Have you seen one yet that's been caused by the self-driving car?
Not yet, but the self-driving car got hit, but if the fire truck's going with its sirens and its horn,
Mm-hmm.
is it really the fire truck's fault that the car went even though it was a green light?
A fire truck still has to stop and make sure the way is clear. You don't just blow through a busy intersection and not look.
Yeah, you sound like you're from the self-driving car company's PR department, Kyle.
Well, I was going to make the counter argument that my sister got in a lot of car wrecks.
Yeah.
And they were never her quote unquote her fault. But
Yeah,
if you were driving defensively, then those accidents would have never happened.
wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a self-driving car doesn't really have that, right? Self-driving car has the rules, it follows the rules, and then it doesn't care what the cost of being right is.
Exactly. Like the cost of being right. Like it was green.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
right.
you
Well,
were correct.
Yeah,
It
you were
was
right,
green.
and you got hit.
And you got
Was
hit.
it worth it?
Yeah, welcome to the real world, bitch. You're right, and you still got fucked.
Yep.
Cruise is a subsidiary of General Motors.
Is that like the Chevy Cruise?
Maybe
Hmm.
maybe that's where they stole the name from. We also looks like Outback Steakhouse might see a turnaround.
Who owns them?
They're part of Bloomin' Brands.
Bloomin' Brands. Okay, like the Bloomin' Onion.
Yeah, exactly. Activist investors from Starboard Value now own a 9.9% stake. These guys did turnarounds at Darden restaurants, which I think is Olive Garden
That's Olive Garden and Red Lobster.
and Red Lobster, and then I guess they did some work at Papa John's after Papa John quoted some racial slurs on a conference call,
Among other things.
among other things. Stock went up on this news because people like this activist investor company. Like they come in and they turn them around.
They did good work with Red Lobster. I like the changes they implemented there.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Get behind that.
So your Bloomin' Onion might get better and better.
Isn't the Bloomin' Onion Applebee's?
Oh shit, I don't know. Fuck.
Or is that Chili's?
No, we just lost our sponsorship with Applebee's and Chili's.
Oh, they're all
Just
the
now.
same, aren't they? Appleback.
Appleback Chili
Baby back
House.
Ribs.
And then if you don't have anything else, real quick, I wanted to come back around on a past story and say that South Korea has begun an investigation on the professor and scientist who published the paper on the LK99 room temperature superconductor.
Oh, they're calling it a hoax in the headline.
Yes.
So
A
it
group
was
of
a
Indian
hoax?
researchers were the first of many to demonstrate that it didn't show any properties of a superconductor.
Right.
And yes, now Professor Jung-Won Kwan, who published this paper supposedly without any green light from his co-authors, is under investigation. So there is some sort of consequence
For crying wolf.
for just
on-
publishing a scientific paper on bullshit.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yet, they're still publishing papers on eugenics?
Yeah, right? God damn.
Anyway, okay. All right.
That's
Good-
the
good on
craziest
you, South
thing.
Korea.
Eugenics is fucking crazy. Of course, smarter people can come from dumber people. That's how evolution works.
Right.
God.
Oh, shit. All right. Should we move on to some
Should
crypto?
probably move on. My other stories. I could keep going. I got two more. Like I said, I just kept spraying it all over the place.
Let's just go do some crypto. There's some crypto
Let's talk
stuff I
about some
want to see.
crypto. Got some good
Yeah.
crypto stories. Okay.
I got some crypto in my wallet, hanging out on my Ethereum blockchain. Yeah, I got some crypto in my wallet, some Doji, Sushi, Polkadot, NFT, decentralized, anonymized, fabulous cryptocurrency.
my story already. Maybe I'll just
I
go ahead
did.
and lead off
Let's
with
hear
that.
it. Let's hear it.
Although I do like the idea of teasing stories and never actually doing them.
We did. My bad.
That was a complete accident. No, SpaceX sold off all their Bitcoin. Dropped Bitcoin about 10% after that was revealed. They wrote down the value of the Bitcoin it owns by 373 million.
Damn. And that triggered some stop runs. I'm assuming.
It must have. They first purchased in 2021. They wrote down the holdings by a total of 373 million in 21 and 22, and then now sold it off.
How does Elon Musk really feel about crypto?
I don't know, but it goes to show he's not that great of an investor when he can't pump it up first. Because they were buying this pretty much in the height of euphoria.
Yeah. Bought the tops, sold the middle.
Although I guess his plan at the time was to be able to let people use it to buy cars, wasn't it?
I think they're still allowed to sell people cars with Bitcoin.
Why? I don't know.
For the same reason, I mean, if I was a car dealer, I could accept somebody being like, "I'll give you this many apples for that car." I mean, okay, I fucking love apples.
If you want to. No, I know.
300 cases apples, baby.
It
Come
just
on.
seems weird to I don't know. Crypto to me is an investment. It's not a. It's too volatile to use every day. Yeah. I don't want the value of my cash varying 5 to 10% a week.
Oh, you don't want to be living in Russia?
No, I don't.
Where the ruble is literally doing that?
Yeah, fair enough. But anyway, yeah. So
I'm with you. I don't also want the value of my currency to fluctuate that much.
But yeah, so things not looking good for Bitcoin here. Definitely not looking like Musk is that great of an investor. He's kind of on the Nancy Pelosi scale.
Right. He gets a lot of attention, but you like dig through the details. It's, oh, really?
Take away his insider information, social media reach, and see how well he does.
Yeah, doesn't have any buddies on the board at Bitcoin.
Right. All right, what do you got for crypto?
Well, it's not all doom and gloom, Kyle. Weirdly, it's been announced that the SEC is expected to approve a crypto futures ETF, but for Ethereum, not Bitcoin.
Interesting.
Yeah, according to a Bloomberg report.
Ethereum be okay and not the others?
No idea. According to a Bloomberg report, citing anonymous sources, the regulator is not expected to block the applications around 12 different companies trying to launch Ethereum future ETFs.
I think there's a lot more money in Ethereum if you have money. Because wasn't that part of like the upgrade that they did to their network when they went from doing like the work confirmation to proof of stake? Yeah. So now the more money you have, the more you can collect is what it sounded like when I was reading through that. But
interesting.
So yeah, the one where you have bigger money has an advantage is the one that's getting approved. Is that tinfoil hat time?
Apparently, there's a little bit of a difference because the ETFs applying are going to track the price of Ethereum futures traded on the Chicago Mercantile Exchange rather than direct spot exposure.
Why does that matter?
I don't know.
That is weird. I guess I guess maybe they do stuff to monitor the futures stuff, because of that, like they have more control over it.
Don't they already trade Ethereum and Bitcoin futures?
Yeah, I thought they did. Huh.
Maybe it's just talking about, because I know they have Bitcoin futures, right?
I thought they did.
Yeah, Micro Bitcoin Futures, Interactive Brokers, the one that traded on the CME. Okay, so maybe we're just getting Ethereum futures. Well, I don't know why the ETFs linked to futures.
Well, okay, so there are because the Greystone or there's a
Greystone Bitcoin ETF.
Yeah, and that must be focused on the futures funds of Bitcoin because I guess in 21 the SEC did greenlight several of those. But why is that? Why is that okay, but a spot price is not? What's the difference?
I don't know. But
if anybody does know, tell us.
Yeah, if anybody out there knows, please tell us. I don't know about Kyle, but I can quote ETF analyst Eric Balkunas who commented, "This is not surprising to us. We had said they would approve Ether futures early on. Nice to be validated. Now, what does it mean for spot? Hard to say. Beyond it shows that their views, policy, and tolerance can change."
Who was
So,
this?
Eric Balkanus, some ETF analyst,
Why was that the guy you chose to quote?
because he
Instead
was
of the Bloomberg analyst, his name is Safeart.
What is that in that the same article?
Yes, it is. Bloomberg.
What the fuck?
analyst, James Safeart.
Oh, I didn't read it in my head. I just looked at the name. I didn't phonetically read it out. Excuse me. Pardon me. To quote Bloomberg
following
analyst James Safeart, Kyle, why don't you give us that quote?
Oh, there's no quote worth. This is very low compared to BTC futures ETFs like ProShares, and still drastically lower than VanEck XBTF at 0.76. Fee war has already started in crypto ETFs, wrote Safeart.
Gee, now why did I pick the other guy?
Yeah, I know, right? That's because this Ethereum one has a really low management fee.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, James Safeart, you didn't make me Safeart, so
You just did.
damn it, you win again, Safeart.
Double or nothing. I'll get you to bet.
I'm gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you.
I don't know how, but I'm gonna get you.
All right, should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on.
All right, and reach for it.
Wait, what? What are we moving on to? God! I think it was the waiting was the hardest part. Seeing the gun and having to wait for it.
All right, Tom Petty, what you got?
My good this week was how we responded to a really bad Wednesday.
Yeah. That's actually what I wrote for my good, although it wasn't necessarily in those words. Learning the lessons from this past week.
Exactly.
What were the changes you made?
I made a couple changes to my morning routine, and I made a lot of changes in my execution.
Such as? What's the?
I
what
should say
ones?
not a lot of changes, but I should say I made a strong change and commitment to myself to stay on strategy. No matter fucking what. And I know I've said this before, but I actually managed to do it at least 2 days in a row where I really can't fault my trading.
Yeah.
Can't fault my trading the last 2 days.
I think the big one for me was that I went through after Wednesday because I ended up blowing up that Apex account.
Same.
Yeah. Which it was on its last legs. If you remember, it shot itself last week. But the big one for me was like deleting like most of the levels. I realized after reflecting on the struggles that we had Wednesday that I'm trying to trade every rotation, and like that's stupid. Like the whole point of learning how to read the DOM is so you can apply it in very specific key areas. And so I went through and I changed all the levels that I'm mapping out to only have like 2 or 3 for any given distribution.
Yeah.
And then utilizing some of the stuff that the guys at Vanta did on their town hall, the retrace method, and looking at the DOM there, I think I caught a couple really nice trades doing that. It was a lot better coming back after that Wednesday. It felt like we actually learned the lessons this time, and we did.
Yeah, and that town hall was really solid too.
The town hall was awesome. I'll see if I can get a copy of that to share with our Discord.
Yeah. Anytime you have some professional traders trying to educate, it's really good.
And they make it really clear. Like they present the information very well, I thought. Do you have a bad?
I just had the ugly, which was Wednesday. I don't think I had anything where I'd be like, that's just plain bad. It's not bad enough. It's not bad enough to be an ugly, but it's not any good. I was a little demoralized after Wednesday, and I was going to not trade Thursday and Friday. And Jamie Lynn was like, why?
Right.
And I was like, because I fucking broke down. I blew up today. And she's like, well, are you going to do that tomorrow? Are you going to trade the strategy? I was like, well, I guess if I were to trade the strategy, I could trade tomorrow. She's like, well, why don't you try that?
Oh, good woman.
She is
so simple. Like, when you put it that way,
so simple, right?
Yeah.
I think I had a bad too. Again, it stemmed from emotions. I was noticing a lot of emotions starting to come up during
Hmm.
my trading, especially on Friday. I ended up, I started out kind of weak and I wasn't very impressed with the first two trades that I took, but the next two were really good. Actually, three after that, I think. Although we'll have to do the replay tomorrow in order to confirm that. But
Yeah, that should also go in the good. We
yeah, yeah,
started replaying the same day.
yep,
The
yep.
day we did it, like we'll replay that first opening bit, and that is big.
Yeah, writing down timestamps for key moments to go back and like if you want
Yeah.
to learn how to spot patterns, you're going to have to do something like that, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Constantly. You can stare
Also,
at everything or you can pick those key spots and stare at those over and over
also,
again.
let me tell you, Thursday, I have a lot of stuff going in my life right now, right? And I was feeling pretty
Yeah.
down, and like I like clouded my own recollection of the trading day. And then when we replayed it, and I saw my entries on the chart, I was like, I ended the day flat, but look, I fucking nailed it. Like that was a good entry. That was not a bad end. Like I had no what I
Yeah.
qualify as any bad entries off strategy. Like, and that made me
Mhm.
feel a lot better about myself replaying it and being like, no, 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 Dan, you would have done the same thing this time. Like you weren't trading emotionally at all.
Let me ask you this question. I'm wondering if this is the case. Like the trades that we take that we know we shouldn't take, when those go against us, do those hurt worse than the trades that we want to take and get stopped out? Because I took two of them today that were in good spots, but I just got flushed by a quick liquidity run.
Mhm.
And those didn't hurt nearly as bad as the ones where I was like,
Where
I
you know
should
you it's a
wait for a
bad trade.
lower, but I'm going to try it now.
I think you're right. They do hurt more.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I didn't because I took two losses off the bat to
Yeah.
the Friday,
Yep. Same
and
here.
my personal risk management strategy on Friday was if you have a drawdown of 20 points, stop trading for the day. And
Yep.
I switched to sim, and
Mm-hmm.
I kept trading my trading strategy, and I ended with like 60 points on sim.
Yeah.
I was like, shit. And we were talking with Mark on the audio channel, and he shared a nugget of wisdom. I don't remember who he said he got it from, but he was like, you have to give your edge the chance to work.
Mm-hmm.
And that really hit me because that's what I did. I
Right.
didn't give it a chance to work. I stopped trading the Apex account, switched to Sim, did not trade any differently than I would have with the Apex account,
Right.
and then the edge started to work. And after talking to you and Jamie Lynn both,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what, I just need to change my risk management strategy from three minis to what was
Some
it,
collection of micros.
20, yeah, three sets of seven micros, and that way, like, I can trade the whole day, and I can have I string a lot more losses in a row to get that drawdown.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Give yourself a chance to have like more bullets. Not always the best thing, but
don't
in
over.
this
I'm not trying
case,
to overtrade, but this
yeah.
case,
In
if
this
I'm
case,
on strategy,
two trades is not. I think you. Yeah.
yeah, that's too fast. That's too fast. I was on strategy. I wasn't emotional about it. That gets to your point.
Mm-hmm.
Took a long time away to get there. Um, when I took those two losses, I wasn't feeling anything emotional because I I was on strategy to take them. Like
Mm-hmm.
in my journal, replaying with you later, talking with Jamie Lynn when I tell her how my trading went. Like I'm not going to be criticizing those entries.
Right. Right.
But you're right. The ones where in the back of your head, like this
And
is
you
off
know.
strategy, that's what hurts. Is
Yeah.
because you're failing.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas
Yep.
today it was like, the strategy took some losses.
That's you trying to say you know better than your plan, is what that is.
Right, right.
You say, I know my plan says to wait to buy down here, but I know better that where this market is going. I'm going to
Hmm.
go ahead and just act on my own.
Hmm.
I got to choose to stop doing that.
Yeah, I feel like after Wednesday and being very open with each other about it, I think we both made that choice.
Except I did it a little bit today. So,
Uh oh. Uh oh.
but you know
Really?
what? Yeah, I think I
Was I
did. I think
was
the
I not
first
there for that?
couple. I think it was the first couple trades I took in the morning. I wanted to pull back deeper and I tried to chase it. I mean, there were
Oh.
still at ledges and places where I could, if I wanted to, I could justify it. But what I really wanted was definitely lower, and the spot where I wanted it was the one that worked.
I will say I wonder if you have sometimes, and I've said this to you off air, like if you have too many setups.
No, I really don't at this point.
Okay.
Right now, it's just the Dom trading and
Oh well,
Momo and Liz. Like I got like three. I got three.
Dom trading is you can qualify anything as a Dom trade.
Well, yeah, I guess how I implement that is what that's the
Volume the day session volume profile and Dom reactivity.
yes.
Is that what you're saying is a Dom trade?
Right.
Nope. Okay.
Like I'm not just staring at the Dom all day anymore. That's what I was doing. That's what I'm trying to move away from. I'm trying to just use the Dom now at key intersections or key volume profile ledges and look for opportunities at that point.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way you have to do it. Dom is a less is more kind of tool, I think.
Yeah, it can easily suck you right in.
All right, what was your ugly then? You think you started to
Ugly? Are
mention
we going
it?
to talk about Wednesday?
Yeah, I guess we might as
Talk
well,
about
huh?
Wednesday. I got caught in what I'm now realizing is probably the exact trap that Apex sets.
Mm-hmm. Which is?
I bought 2 accounts in case one when it was on the 90% off in case I burned one of them out.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday I had a bad day and I drew down to 30 points, breaking my risk management rule of go past 20 and stop.
Yeah.
I've already broken that rule. I got a backup Apex account. Kyle, why don't I just pile 12 contracts on right here? And then if I'm right, I get funded. I'm a genius. And if I'm wrong, I just blow up an account.
That sounds exactly like what I did.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Took a big drawdown and the account was pretty much at its last legs. And I thought I'll just slap on as much as I can afford here and hope for the best.
Hope for the best.
And I got that backup just in case.
Yeah, and it's that I got that backup just in case.
That
I feel like it's a big part of that trap.
I agree with that.
Because I never would have done that on my fucking CQG AMP account.
No. God, no.
Right? Why would I do that? Like, it's almost to zero. Let's just go ahead and get it there.
Yeah, let's just flush this last $500.
Right?
Yeah.
What?
Why are you doing that?
So ugly. I knew better. You know better.
For me, I wrote down the foreshadowing.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah. Like my account wasn't dead yet, and we made that whole bit about the Apex account killing itself, and I think that was me at that moment saying like I'm gonna kill this thing.
Also, what we were going over it afterwards. How many times did we say things like, "Wow, why are we trading the chop?"
Yeah. Said that a lot.
Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why those risk controls are so important. You got to have something to take you away or something to say, I'm going to take a break and clear my head, take stock. Am I still thinking clearly? Can I keep trading? Yes or no?
Yeah. And my new risk management strategy, and that's why hopefully that ugly, keep trying to make those ugly a good, is going to be like, instead of stopping trading at 20 points, it's okay, Dan, you took 2 in a row, step away. How are your emotions? Were these 2 in a row on strategy or not?
Right.
Like you need to either start trading strategy or stop trading today. If you can't trade strategy today, get off.
Yeah.
Get off the horse. But if you're fucking calm, like today, if you're fucking calm and you can, like, okay, get out there, fucking wait, get your levels, do it right.
One of the things that I want to start trying to incorporate too is looking at it from the other perspective. I want to go long, but can I make a case for the shorts?
Yeah. Really try to eliminate that bias.
Yeah, because that's what we can do for each other. Like, you want to go long here. Okay, let me look for the short case.
Yeah.
Or that might just scare us into inaction. We never take another trade again. No, we can give it a shot though. I mean, who knows? That's the beauty of this game is you can try whatever you want.
That is true. Very true.
All right. Well, that was an extended good, bad, and the ugly.
Yeah. Hope you learned something, or at least were entertained by us saying the same things over and over again. Someday we'll learn.
Slightly different.
All
right. Should we do a bet song?
Yeah. Let's make a bet.
All right.
I need it, wanna beat it, gonna win it if I take it from you. filling my positions. Quit your bitching, random's gonna lose. Got a chart full of levels and a stop that's not too tight. It's bet picking time in the shop, so pick 'em right.
All right, we letting random go first?
I think it's time that we let random go first.
I mean, he's in the lead, right?
Yeah,
Give him
only
the
fair.
honors. Give him the honors. He's gone with the New York Stock Exchange finance sector, and he's picked Barclays, BCS.
What?
Yeah. Didn't we just see them in the news?
Yeah. Oh, well, good for you, random. Good for you.
Right at it's testing the bottom of a distribution. That'd be about the
Testing,
time when
yeah.
you want to try it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, this
fuck.
is exactly the time you'd want to try along. But the momentum is on the sell side off of that key 8.5.
I also like that it kind of poked its head and failed the distribution or the push out of, what was that, $8.17?
Yeah. 8.10.
Nice little gap down.
Same area, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we might be all right. So
Yeah.
maybe we don't need my play.
Oh, what's your play?
I was looking at Nordstrom, JWN.
Okay.
I don't remember why.
Were you gonna? It's got earnings coming
That's why.
up. That's
Two can play at that game.
actually, I love this one because statistically, a stock that gets sold off into earnings goes up after earnings.
You know what else it has going for it?
What's that?
Back to school.
Yeah.
So hopefully all those back to school sales show up on this earnings report. Might be a little soon for it, but
Also,
that's the idea.
Also, it just peaked out of this distribution and shot back into it. So
Mm-hmm.
on volume,
Right.
yeah, good pick.
All right, we'll go for that.
Yeah.
Where do we want our stops at then?
Shit. That's like 10% down there.
Yeah, like 17, where you're looking at? Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was looking at 18, 15.
Well,
I wasn't even looking down that far.
why don't we go half at open, half at maybe the... Oh, no, it's actually retesting a fair value gap already. No, we put it at the 18.15, yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say even a little higher, like 18.25.
18.20.
18.23.
No.
Damn it. Fine. 18.20.
Well, at least be below that candle that set that gap.
Okay. Oh, I see. I see what you're saying. All right, 18.20. Fine.
18.20 works for me.
Yeah. All right. And then take profits.
Take profits where? I mean, probably
there's a good case for
start
20.
with 20, right where the moving average is running, or maybe just say the moving average itself. What is that one? The 50? Or do I have it? No, that's not it.
I only have two different moving averages.
I don't
on
have.
here.
I got the wrong chart pulled up here. Screw that. 20 sounds good.
20, and then take the rest off at.
22.
Oh, I was gonna.
Oh, wait a minute. We're buying this at 19. We should be at least shooting for probably 22.
We're doing half at open, or is it all at open? What's that? Wait, start at the beginning.
I say
lost.
we go all in.
All in at the open.
Yeah.
Stop at 18.20. First take profit at we'll say first take profit at $20.75.
That still seems too
70.
low.
2070. Okay, so
Let's do
21 half.
Okay. Yes, I like that. Right before those little mini rotations on the daily.
Okay.
Look at the
21
high volume
and a
that came in too on this day.
And then at that point we'll move our stop to 20
Take profit.
or 20 half. And our stretch target is 23.
PP1 21.5. PP2 23 you said?
Yeah,
All right, and then stops to
20 half.
okay. Live with that. I think that's a show, Dan.
We made a show. Kyle, did we make a show? We made a show.
You did. Pat yourself on the backs.
I
Pat yourself
It's-
on the back, Dan, for making a show, and pat yourself on the back for listening to the whole damn thing.
Kyle, it doesn't feel that satisfying when I pat myself on the back.
Here, turn around. I'll do it on the front.
Okay. All right. Lower.
Faster.
There you
Faster.
go. Faster. Slower.
All right, Dan, take us home.
Oh, folks, thank you so much for sticking around to the end. We're so glad you did. Sadly, we got to go do other shit now. Life can't just be one long stream of consciousness bullshit show. Wait, that's not what we are. Strike that from the record.
Done.
Done. Anyway, thanks for sticking around to the end. We love you. Hope you come back. Check us out next week. See what happens with a thrilling bet between Nordstrom and Barclays, which actually sounds like a
fight almost.
yeah, like oh, Nordstrom and Barclays going at it again.
Seems like that should be at Barclays. Isn't that the name of an arena where a lot of boxing matches happen?
I think Barclays does sponsor an arena.
Yeah.
Nordstrom might too. Who knows? Anyway, we'll be back at you soon. But until then,
share this with your friends, families, enemies, so we can spread our viral load all over the world, and take care.
Oh, yeah. All over the world. Happy trades.
All over it. Bye.
Two Bulls in a China Shop is an entertainment program, and all thoughts and opinions expressed in the show belong to the hosts and not of any company. They are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or on any specific security or investment product. It is only intended to provide entertainment about stocks and the financial industry of trading. If you make trades based on what you hear in this show, you assume all risks for those trades.